Hello, and welcome to this introductory video to the series Reflections on the Bhagavad Gita. Now, in this series will be sets of programs looking at different verses of the Bhagavad Gita. Now, first of all, if you don't know what the Gita is, certainly you can Google it and find out all sorts of information. The quick answer, it is one of the sacred books of Hinduism. It is part of the great Indian epic, the Mahabharata, and I'm sure that Wikipedia will do a much better job of explaining it than I'm going to here. In any event, it had, as I sometimes like to say, came to me in a dream that it wouldn't be a bad idea to do some videos looking at what's in the Gita. Most of the videos you will find out there on YouTube are recitations of the Gita in Sanskrit, and that's beautiful in itself, but it doesn't help my English audience here. And so here we are, and I am doing this introductory video for two reasons. One, to say a few words here that I don't have to repeat at the start of every video, and two, to shorten the length of each of these videos, because as you will see, they are, as I want to say, quite lengthy in and of themselves. I think the shortest one is 30 minutes. Most of them tend towards 40 to 45 minutes, which leads to the obvious question, why? Why such lengthy videos? And I think there's a couple of reasons for that. One is the subject matter demands it, and two, the method being used, the method of reflection, just tends towards stretching things out a bit. And in fact, you might almost say, you know, when somebody says, well, what's reflection? Well, it's repeating these words much as you might repeat a prayer. I mean, these are not particularly prayers. They are, they're actually literally from the book, advice that Krishna is given to Arjuna on the field of battle. Nevertheless, A, it's pretty good advice, and B, it's what I would call dense or solid, or needs a bit of blooming time, much that when spring comes and you see a rosebud, you have to wait for that, or to get that to kind of unfold. Such is the case here. This is really, again, this is not 10, 15-second sound bites. This is real reflection, real looking at, seeing what happens when you hear these words and sound them over and over. What do they mean within you? What do they mean in your mind and heart? And what could be said about them? Now, obviously, these are my reflections, personal opinions on what comes out of it. Let's face it, everybody's different. Everybody's had different life experience. And the same word hitting the inner being of each of us is going to produce a different result. So these are my reflections. Your mileage may vary. Now, one of the things that will help in understanding these videos and why they need a bit of time is that during the day-to-day course of our lives, and I'm coming to you from here in America, state of Pennsylvania, though it could be any state and probably any part of the world at this point, but we tend to run at a really high speed. I used to say like 100 miles an hour. Now I think it's just like rocket speed for everything. Running here, running there, the phone's going, the kids have got stuff, multitasking, which is, you know, oh yeah, I got to multitask. Whatever the case may be, we are in a fairly agitated state almost all the time. Maybe for the Christians on Sunday at church, or for the Buddhists going to a temple, yes, there's a period of quiet. But in general, we run really, really fast. And kind of having that fast running and this method don't really go together. And so you will see at the start of each of the videos that some time is taken to just bring really just to bring a stop to the nonsense that's going on all the time. And had I been doing this 50 years ago and said something like pause or rest or meditate or anything, people would have said, oh, I'm some sort of a hippie guy. Of course, it's 2022 now, and everybody's phone has a few apps to do that. People go to goat yoga, have personal gurus. It's a very different state of civilization. So when these videos start with what's called a pause, or the particular exercise I learned at the School of Practical Philosophy in New York City, but wherever you have either learned or whatever you use, the need to come to rest is also key to this ability to reflect upon the words that are said. So you will see, in fact, I think probably, just so that there's full disclosure here, why don't we do a little bit of the resting right now, pausing as it's called, the exercise. Again, lots of words for it. But the idea is to let, like the song Frozen, let it go, let it go, let it go. Let's just come to rest right now, okay? It's suggested sometimes with the eyes closed so you're not distracted by the outside, although as soon as you close your eyes, you find out that there's a lot of stuff going on the inside too. Doesn't matter. None of it's yours. It's just coming and going. The important part right now is just sit there, be quiet. Good. Now, as I will say in all of these videos, ideally, what we were just practicing there, minimally 2 to 3 minutes would be good to even, just start to let the cares of the day settle down. I would suggest that if you're watching these and we come to the part where we're taking a few minutes to calm down, you might just want to put the video on pause and then resume. So I think that's the basics of both what's being done here, what the methods are. I will tell you that these are not flashy videos. What you're looking at right now is the format. It's going to be me sitting and reading. I may occasionally hold up some of the material I've put together or tell you what book I'm reading something from, but that's about it. Now, I will tell you that this is the second introduction that I've made for these videos. The videos themselves were recorded from around July 2020 to September 2020. And you know that was kind of the ramping up of COVID activities. Here in America, it was the lead into the 2020 presidential election. And I'm sure a few more things were going on. I just can't remember what they were. I tell you that just to put in context, going, well, why is this stuff showing 2022 for the introduction, and yet these videos are a couple of years old? Well, one is I'm doing a new introduction kind of with the hindsight of what's gone on and what I've learned. And two, I just didn't think the first introduction really told you enough about what was going on here. So with that all out of the way, I invite you to, I put a playlist together, I invite you to look at any or all of these videos. They may or may not be your cup of tea, but that's the beauty of living in America. Or, you hit the button on YouTube and you go to the next video. I take no offense at that. I do the same thing myself. It's like, what a terrible video this is. And, off you go. Again, these are put out here as a gift to everyone. And if you enjoy them, or obviously leave a comment or like. These are not monetized videos, although since I first recorded them, I have found out that YouTube will now put ads in, even if you're not asking for them. There's nothing I can do about it. I despise ads. I realize that people have to pay bills, but it is for something like this, there's a particular set of math videos that I watch, which you're really in there concentrating, and all of a sudden being a pizza ad comes in. My apologies is all I could say. I am not requiring ads in these videos, and that's the way that goes. Okay, I think that's enough said. And in case none of this is your cup of tea, in case this is not what you're interested in, just remember the internet exists for cat videos. So if you don't like this one, plenty of cat videos out there. Enjoy.